we're going to be talking about is the spiritual aspect. There is a lot to be said about the spiritual. We have to understand that spirituality, I mean, there's so many different things, right? There is the shedding of the skin, and spirituality is about identity. So the spiritual identity fact, that's the way of old roles versus you and the survival identities you don't know how to let go. Because our spirits are all connected, and it's just spiritual, we could just say the word energy. So what is identity fat? So it's the heaviness that shows up when you are outgrowing the person you used to be, but you're scared of who you're becoming. So it's the fear of being misunderstood, the fear of stepping or being seen fully because you've only ever been appreciated when you're struggling, quiet, or put together, right? It's when people around you expect you to say you're the strong one, or you're the helper, or the fixer, or the big girl, the one who always gets it done. But inside, you're tired of that identity. And here's what's really, really wild. You'll sabotage your own progress just to stay in alignment with an identity or to identify with what you've outgrown. How many of us have had that where we have had to dumb ourselves or put ourselves on a lower level just to fit in someone else's picture, mold, or category? It's crazy, but it's real.
That's a normal thing, and unfortunately, that topic can go a lot of places, but I'm gonna stick to what's in front of us. I will say this, like the prejudgment that we endure is very detrimental, especially when you have a past of any sort. It could be, whatever. These things tend to like cloud over you. Kinda either could, it could be in a relationship, it could be in a job form, it could be any type of level that you want to deal with. So as a part of my recovery and, changing my identity and shedding that, identity fat, I had to learn that whatever people choose to view you as is them. What you stand for is what you stand for. So I focus more on what I stand for, what I represent, and what I'm planning on being in the future more than what they talking about the past. So I kind of don't, let those things bother me as much as it used to, but it is serious. And I think a lot of people don't really understand how much that affects a person. And that could be a female who's had a certain past, but now she's doing better for herself. She still has to deal with the stigma of this. She deserves to be loved just because she has a past. It shouldn't be that way. You have a guy that might have experienced the streets because he was a product of his environment, but yet no, he has changed his life and he has converted into something so powerful that it's unfathomable for people to see that he's doing it. But here's the thing, you're still going to be judged. So that's identity fat is serious for a lot of people. For me, how I handle it is I try to show and prove. So before you can even open your mouth, you're going to pay attention to what I do. So no matter what you say after that, I'm doing what I do. So I try to stand on that and try not to get too caught up. But that identity fat is serious.
I feel like I definitely have. I came from being religious. Like I grew up Christian. And during my self-awareness journey, my self-love journey, I let go of Christianity. I went deep diving into just learning about different things, different aspects. And I honestly felt like with the Christianity, it put me in a box. And now where I'm at now, like I feel like God is everywhere. I feel I have a different perspective. God, honestly, a better perspective of what God is and the God within me. And with doing that, it's like, it's hard because the people that like grew up with me, the people that knew, because I was like one of those Christians that went to church every Sunday. But I found myself being pregnant, singing in the choir, still being pregnant, not having that knowledge to help me in real life with doing that. And I still have people that look at me like my lifestyle now